Okay, next off, we want to do a legend for this table, for this chart, sorry. So you know that this series is the sales, and you know that this one is amount by just pinpointing them, and you have this bar that shows you. Oh, and by the way, when you pinpoint to each chart, it shows the actual value. So how to create a legend that telling you the colors, the chart types, and basically everything you need to know about the chart. You go to the to the design part, and you have the quick layout button on the left. Here you have a few different ways of managing the chart area. So first off is the basic one with the legend. It only adds a legend to our chart. So by pushing it, you can see that we see the sales, the amounts. You can see that the sales is a bit wider. So this shows you that is the column one. You can actually, by visual colors, you can see the difference. Okay, next off. Next off, you have a bit different one, but this time just only the legend is on the top. Here you have the legend on the bottom. Next is the legend plus the numbers on the chart. You can see the numbers showing, and the numbers actually associate to both of data assumptions. Here we'll see different views of the data. So here you can see a small table being created below, and over here you see at the top a small point where the data is shown, but the chart is too small. Never mind. Well, next off you have the possibilities for axis titles. So we can just pick this one and change this axis to say months, and change this one to say amount, because, well, it's an either or just put in sale. Great. And let's try to, yeah, great. So we have the sale and we have the months. Next off, well, this is a different type of layout. Well, this type of layout is used sometimes. Only thing that this does, it loses the borders of each column, and it combines them. It made it so wide. Let me show you. It made it so wide that you might think that this is actually one type of a column, but no. If you do this, you can see that they're just wider and they seem to be connected, but in reality, they're well not. Okay. Format, design. Next off, well, not really anything is changing here in the layout 9, I guess. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, you only have the legend here and the chart title with the numbers. So these are just different combinations of those. Let's stay with the chart title. Okay, what else can you do with the data? Well, maybe first off, of course. So what I want you to do is create a chart like this one and input a chart title, make it sales versus amount. Also create axis titles for the months and for the amount, and create a legend. Okay, so this was the basic way to create a combo chart when you have two different types of charts in one. There's also a simple button for this over here. As you can see, there are 3 different types of combo charts. The most used ones, of course, I won't show this because, well, this is much easier than this was. Just to, let's say we have two series. Yeah. Now we choose the combo chart, and, well, basically it's done. Why did I show you each and every step in here? Well, it was just so you would understand how to edit it and so on. So if you know the more advanced version, the easier version will be snapped for you right now. Okay, let's go to the third type of chart, which is the pie chart or a donut chart, depending on where do you live. Okay, so let's call this a pie chart for us. And let's select data. Or maybe even, lost it, okay. Or maybe even the margin area. Okay, great, so we have the sale amount, margin, and the proper months. Great. So this is your basic pie chart. You can see how different it is from other types of charts. Basically, as the name says, it's cut as different pieces of a pie or any other type of cake. So you have the months, each of them are colored in different colors. So this allows you to visualize some different types of data. Let's maybe allow ourselves to see some numbers over here, so it would be a bit more visually effective. So let's close this because we don't need it right now. We need data labels, great, and, well, let's say we need the legends over here, great. So as I said before, you can add the chart title and data labels and anything that's actually possible by clicking over here. Let's say you want it outside. Best fit, it says inside, but I prefer it outside. Okay, and, well, this is pretty much visually acceptable. Let's maybe change the outline a bit. Great, and let's redo the sales. You always want to make the title much bigger, so it just tells everyone instantly what it is. Okay, you saw how easy that was. So I want you to create a pie chart right now. Input it right next to two other charts. You see how much data we're doing right now. So just to analyze this, it would be an awesome presentation with these three. But we're not done yet, don't worry. We still have at least two different types of charts to show you. So what we will be doing right now is insert a different type of table. This is this one, the bar chart. Well, it's basically like a typical chart with the difference that it's plus 45 degrees to right. So nothing really special. Editing it works all the same. Let's go with the OK button. Yeah, it's just that it looks a bit, well, weird, to be honest. Great. Let's maybe change it to something more acceptable. This would be nice. Access titles. No, this doesn't look good. Oh, the error bars. Well, we'll do that a bit later on. So maybe the trend line, and we'll align it. Oh yeah, in this chart the difference is that you have three different data labels, which are sale, amount, and you don't see the margin because we didn't actually make it to a different type. But I guess it would be pretty much useless right now. But let's I will show you that it won't be really visible right now. So again, a trend line. This time to amount. And if we zoom in, you see it being flat. That's because it's optimized in a different way. As I said before, it chose the form and float area instead of the grid lines. Oh, sorry, the legend. Yeah. More options. Sale. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So we have the polynomial. Great. And that's basically it. It's just a same chart, but it's flipped plus 45 degrees to right. Okay, so there's one more thing I think would be useful for you, and the pie chart. So what if you wanted to name every type of month without using the names? Let's say you want to add in some extra names. So you would like to add some text to the numbers. Well, that's easy. Just double click on it and you can write. Let's say for so product 1 equals, or just product A. Yeah, so you see product A, say over here as product. Don't worry, it won't vanish. So even if you mark it, because this is a automatic function, so it won't vanish. So you can mark and name every part of it. We won't do it right now because it'll take much more time. Okay, let's now input another type. We did the bar chart. So a fast forward maybe. Well, I'll show you 1, 2, 3, 4 of these in an instant. Yeah, great. So first off, let's copy this area. Go into a second sheet, enter the area again, zoom out. So first off, select data, then we go D3 to D1. This is how it looks like. Again, select data, insert. Now let's use the XY, the basic one, the scatter one. Great, and this is how it looks like. Working with them depends on the type of work you're doing. Always bear in mind when doing this type of charts, who is actually going to be the person who's going to be looking at the data. Oh, and here you have some specialized stock value high-low flows. So maybe this one is much more has much more to show for us because we actually are not doing some stocking changes. So here you have a 3D chart. They can be as optimized, as complicated as you want, but again, this is only a basic training, so just to introduce the other types of charts, you can actually see. Oh yeah, and this is the combo chart. So the last one would be this one. So let's mark the data. And radar chart. Yeah, oh, and radar charts are also sometimes seen. Again, you can do really well your SWOT analysis in this type of chart. I've seen it many times. So I guess you can find yourself working with this type of charts from time to time. So your job right now, let's go back to sheet 2, is create every type of the charts we created. So you will probably have to do the pie chart and the vertical one, and then create sheet 3. And in this one, copy the data, and from the same data, create 4 more different types of chart. Do any visual effects you want, just practice. Practice as much as you can if you have time. And then let's move on. Oh yeah, one more cool option you can do with the pie chart, which is really useful. If you want the viewer to be more focused on one type of one piece of pie, let's say, so you want the area, let's say 843, to be more visually shocking, or you want it to pinpoint to this area. What you can do is actually grab only this area and pull it out. And then you can see that, let's go back, you can see it being actually still in the pole. So if you move it, you can't move it to the left or the right, you just can move it up and down. So you will just move it out of the pie, but still you cannot destroy it itself. You can see the pie actually being more divided this way, so you can grab different pieces and actually create separate rounds for it itself. Well, this looks really awful, but if you would use let's say 2 or 3 of these, it would be great. Let's go back. Yeah, if you just, let's say, show something like this, it's sometimes really useful because you can mark this area, this one like red, this one like green or blue, and this one as green. Yeah, and this actually shows some interest you have to this one. Yeah. And the other thing you can do is actually optimize the entire window into a 3D one. So if you want to go to a 3D window, just mark the area, pinpoint change type. You're still in the pie version. You can see how it looks like by marking it. So we can go to the 3D pie, pie to pie, which shows two different types of two areas. It just takes out a specific area, so the highest values usually, or the smallest one, no really sorry, the smallest one, so you can see the division of the smallest pies in the area. But this is more advanced, as I said. Bar to pie, the same way, but instead of a pie, next you have a small bar. And the donut, well, the donut option, you can, if you have any type of voting or something like that, this is very useful. But in other cases, I believe I have never seen this one. So let's do the 3D one. So what it does is actually shows only a 3D version of the 3D pie. And what this allows you to do is, well, when we mark the pie, please note that while right-clicking, there's a new position, a 3D rotation. So let's click it and see what it does. We can rotate the perspective of viewing the 3D one, the 3D pie. Yeah. And Y rotation and X rotation. So this may look really cool, but still, again, very rarely used in business. It's good to show off your skills if you know how to do this one, but again, really rarely used. This is just for visual effects. It brings nothing new to business. Okay, great. To be honest, regarding chart styles, there's so much more you can do. Basically, this is really basic information. So what I want you really to keep in mind is play with this. This is really fun. You can show the data in different ways. You can have many different visual effects. Really, your imagination should work here like crazy. There's not really much more I can show you in the basic one. Few words about the expert or more advanced pieces. You can also do a pivot chart. I won't be explaining what a pivot table is because this is the advanced Excel. But keep in mind, if you ever hear of a pivot table, remember you can also do a pivot chart. So if it comes to tables, that's basically it. What I want you to do at the end of this lesson is again create 8 different types of charts. So from previous lesson you should have the sheet 1, and let's rename these so you know what I mean. Lesson 7, and these two are rename lesson 8 and rename lesson 8. Oh yeah, one more thing, we cannot use the same name obviously. -2. Okay, so that's it for lesson 8. I hope you had some fun with charts. This is actually the most effective thing you can do in Excel if it comes to visual effects. The 3D options, it's really amazing. You can do a lot of interesting things. So have fun, and this by having fun with charts, you will widen your knowledge, and this will allow you to do better in business or at work or at school or wherever you're doing your charts right now. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you in lesson 9.